Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pawn with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for that hiccup in the pregame show as we're here now, just about 8 minutes away from the start of tonight's matchup between ICC and Holmes. If you're just now joining us, Holmes defeated ICC in the first game of the year, 58-52. ICC comes in with a record of 9-6 overall, 3-3 in the North, and Holmes comes in with a record of 10-6, 4-2 in the North, so a big-time North Division matchup between these two teams here. Earlier today, Lee Adams had a chance to catch up with ICC basketball coach Nancy Gray to talk about tonight's matchup against the Lady Bulldogs.
All right, Coach, big game tonight at Holmes, but more so than it just being a big game, it's a big game for the North Division as you start the second half of North Division play. Just talk a little bit about what challenges Holmes present to you guys tonight.
Well, you know, Lee, you said a mouthful there. It is a big game, and obviously this next round, we need some wins to be able to get in the postseason play. And we stress that to our kids. The things that Holmes does to us, they've got 3 good guards. 2 of them, Pipton and Lacey, are bringing it every night. You know, we've got to slow them down. We've got to stop the dribble drive inside. But then they also have a 6'1" and a 6'4". The 6'4" runs the floor well, she rebounds, and we're going to have to battle with her all night. So those are things that are going to have to happen, and we're playing away. It's a long road trip. Our girls are just going to have to get off that bus and be ready to battle.
Now, you've seen this team before, but it was in December, unlike everybody else in North Division, so you have had a little longer time. Just talk a little about how you feel that your girls have improved since this last meeting with Holmes going into tonight.
Well, obviously, I think we've improved a lot. We play really hard. You know, Lauren and Connie, they're as good a defensive players as you're going to find. They're able to score. You know, we've had one injury that's hurt us with Oliver. Miller's playing better. But, you know, tonight, you know, I just challenge our other guards, JP and Erica, to bring something to, and Shania. You know, from these next 6 games, everybody's got to contribute if we're going to be able to make the postseason. So that's what, you know, that's what I tell them, and I do think we're better, but obviously Holmes is going to be better.
Absolutely, and every game is hard in the MACJC North. But just talk about what now these girls have played on the road, of course, but just talk about what you've stressed a little bit about tonight's game being a road game and being not necessarily a must-win, but you really, really want to win game.
Right. Well, being on the road, we have performed well. You know, we went to Northeast and played well. We're playing with the teams that are tied for first in our division. To 2 points and 3 points. We've had opportunities to win, you know, with the ball at the end. The thing is, we can't let leads, if we should get one tonight, slip away. You know, we can't get complacent. And if we get behind, we're going to have to battle hard. We just got to soldier on. You know, it's a battle. And tonight doesn't determine everything, but it would be a great start if we could win one on the road.
All right, Coach, well, thank you and best of luck tonight.
All right, thanks.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton. And welcome back to the Choice Pond pregame show, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Gore, Raphael Henry here on hand tonight for FM 95 Sports, as well as Let's Go ICCTV.com, the Red Channel. Lady Indians, Lady Bulldogs set to tip things off here in about 4.5 minutes. Raphael, we've talked about us coming into this game. I don't know how well you people can hear us back home as the music is extremely loud here in the gymnasium right now. Raphael, a big game, not only for the Lady Indians, but for the Indians later tonight when it comes to positioning to try to get a good seed or even make the playoffs.
You're right, Adam. Right here is the halfway point for all the teams in the division, and there's a chance to get you a little elbow room, per se, to try to get to the top or be in the hunt when it comes down to the end of the division.
Well, ICC is trying to avenge a 58-52 loss in Fulton to Holmes. This is a game over the past few years, Raphael, between the Lady Indians and the Lady Bulldogs. Not rivalry type level, but has become very competitive versus years past. Holmes has done a really good job turning things around and really putting on a chase for that North Division crown this season.
Most definitely, and hey, the Lady Indians have to continue to fight to be able to have themselves a chance to be able to make it to the postseason. So hey, why not beat the best and beating Holmes tonight on their home floor?
Absolutely. We do want to say a special hello to those that are watching here on Let's Go ICCTV.com. that are tuning in for support of the Bulldogs this evening. We'll try to be neutral as possible sometimes throughout the night here, but we do want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the starting lineups being announced here from Goodman, as we're going to take a break. You're listening to FM 95 Sports and watching on Let's Go ICCTV.com. We'll take a break and be back with more of the Choice Pond pregame show right after this.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
These little chickies and little doggies are small, but they're intense.
Well, yeah, small and intense like my niece Hannah.
And you take karate?
Show them how intense you are.
Yeah! Ah!
Now finish him.
Try our little doggies and little chickies for only $1.49. This is how you Sonic.
Oh, a cheeseburger and a free shake.
That's my kind of deal, because I also am both hot and cool.
Okay. How are you hot? Okay.
Get a free small classic shake with a cheeseburger or a foot-long coney. This is how you Sonic.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Gore, Raphael Henry here as we're just moments away from the start of tonight's contest between ICC and Holmes. We're just moments away from the start of the national anthem, as well as tonight's starting lineups being presented by Coke. Brand new floor here for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. I believe it was made or redid over the Christmas break here in Goodman. As we await the playing of the national anthem here. And we do want to welcome everyone listening on FM 95 Sports back in Amory. Miss Tina Harlow doing a great job, as always, running things and keeping us in line there in Monroe County. Remember, you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM95radio.com. Let's go to the floor now for the playing of the national anthem and tonight's starting lineups presented by Coke.
And now for the homestanding Lady Bulldogs, a 5'6" sophomore from Lexington, number 1, Camille Lacey. 5'8" sophomore from Well, number 4, Vakila Pimpton. 5'8" sophomore from Gluckstadt, number 5, Anissa Evans. 6'4" sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 32, Nina Carpenter. 6'1" sophomore from Lexington, number 40, Brittany Webster. Lady Bulldogs are coached by Jamila Andrews, assisted by Latera Williams.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening tip between ICC and the homestanding Lady Bulldogs of Holmes Community College. ICC will be in their road blue trimmed in red and white with red numerals. Holmes in their home white trimmed in maroon with, or maybe black numbers trimmed in maroon. Maybe it doesn't. Yes, that's what it is. Black trimmed in maroon. So ICC will be moving left to right on your radio dial. Holmes right to left. The First American National Bank opening tip is controlled by the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Pimpton with the basketball to start things off. Man-to-man defense for ICC. Turnaround hook shot too hard. Rebound into the hands of Markeisha Hoskins. Well, good feed on the inside that time by Holmes. ICC, though, doing a great job of forcing them one and done on the shot opportunity. Constance Dunn with the basketball now. Want to drive inside. She's bumped, puts the shot up, in, and good. Nicely done that time by Constance Dunn, getting the first points of the contest, and ICC leads it 2-0. Holmes with the basketball now is going to dribble it into the front court. 9:22 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0 is your score. Dunn gets the first basket of the evening. Holmes with the basketball, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Working around, three-pointer, high, arching. Halfway down, no good. Offensive rebound, partially blocked by Buford. And Markeisha Hoskins gets the rebound. So ICC with the basketball now. Lauren Fitch wanting to drive inside. She had the ball knocked away. And the Lady Indians, though, keep it. Tried to throw it back to Fitch at her feet, and then Holmes gets it back. Shania Buford. Smart play that time by the freshman out of Lafayette County. Raphael just sticking the hand up in transition and batting it away.
That's right, Adam. Shania got back on defense, being able to kind of kind of like a defensive back, just to knock the ball away a little bit.
That's the voice of Raphael Henry, the video operations coordinator, filling in for Mr. Jim Ingram this evening. Nice inbounds play. Layup is up and good. That's Pipton, who just simply stepped back in bounds, got the ball, and tied the contest at 2 with 6:40 to play here. Or excuse me, 8:40 to play. I'll have to look at the side scoreboards. A few lights out on the one up top. Buford with the basketball now. Works it around to the left wing. Into the corner they go to Lauren Fitch. Fitch looking to go on the drive. Switches it off. Markeisha Hoskins ball fake. Short jumper on its way. Rattles out. No good. And the rebound to the Lady Bulldogs. 2-2 is your score. 8:15 to play here. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. They working around to the far side of the floor. Trying to drive baseline, and there's going to be a hand check foul. Whistle, and that's going to be on Dunn.
Kind of a little one-on-one action there for Holmes on the corner. Everybody was shifted to one side and was just trying to get a one-on-one with against Constance.
Substitution coming into the ball game here. This is going to be number 13, Erica Williams. This substitution being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07, also Wednesdays at lunch. All they ask is you bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget $2 for your friend to get the lunch there. The inbounds pass was to Pimpton, and then a moving screen is going to be whistled here on Brittany Webster. So each team with one foul here. Raphael, though, a foul on some of the bigs early could be pivotal for ICC in this contest.
You're right. And Holmes has some good bigs down low that can play. And so if they get in foul trouble early, that may be helpful for ICC.
ICC with the basketball now. Inside 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 2-2 is your score. Fitch driving inside. Runner is up, no good. Offensive rebound. And ICC is going to reset the offense. This is Wilson with the basketball. Dribbling up on the point. Picks up her dribble. And gets it over now to Lauren Fitch, who works it on the left wing to Erica Williams. Williams trying to work off a screen, and a carry is going to be the call here on Erica Williams. Turnover gives the ball back now to the Lady Bulldogs. Anything you can do, I can do better. Here is the early goings in this one. 2-2 is your score. 7.5 to play here in the first quarter.
A little pressure on the ball by ICC.
Holmes pushes it into the front court. That's Pimpton now driving inside. Her shot was partially blocked by Buford. Buford saved it in bounds, and this is going to be Lauren Fitch now on the open floor. Fitch looking to push, didn't have anything, now weaves her way inside. Had the ball, though, stripped away by Pimpton. Great defense that time. Now Lady Bulldogs turns into transition. That's a travel. Just a little too tall on the pass that time, intended for Lacey. She took that extra step trying to find her footing, and the turnover goes back to ICC. 2-2 is your score, coming up on 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. ICC with the basketball, moving left to right on your radio dial for those listening on FM 95 Sports. Buford goes inside. Her wild shot's up, no good. Rebound tipped out, and the Bulldogs come away with it. Now they're trying to get out in transition. Goes inside. Great defense that time by, who was that? Number 22 for ICC. Yes, Markeisha Hoskins to strip that one away in transition. Hoskins now gets the ball, spins in the paint, and she traveled. Well, we kind of jokingly say the floor looks like ice with it being a lighter wood, and right now the way these two teams are playing, Raphael, is look like they're slipping around on some ice.
It reminds you of a hockey match a little bit because of the way they're getting up and down the floor, and some of them are slipping down, and the referees are calling travel.
Holmes will trot the ball into the front court. This will be Lacey with the basketball. Drops it up top now. This is number 40. This is going to be Brittany Webster. Works it over now to Pipton. Pipton swings it around. Thought about the three. Nothing there. Drives inside. Looking to drive inside. Running hook shot is up. No good, but we've got a foul whistled here on the Lady Indians. That foul's going to be whistled on Kaylin Wilson. Yeah, for those that are watching on Let's Go ICC TV, you can see the floor extremely white. That's why we had to leave Lee Adams back in Fulton. Lee's a big hockey guy. We didn't want him coming in trying to hip check Steve Diffie here on the scores table. First free throw is up and good. That's Webster and her first points of the contest. first free throws of the night as well for either team. 3-2 now is the score. 6:14 to play here. Awaiting the second free throw from Webster. It's up and good. Brittany Webster knocks down a pair of free throws in the lead now for the first night to 2 for Holmes. Holmes tries to jump out in the press. Shania Buford with the basketball. Short jumper halfway down, no good. Yes, that was Miller, who just checked into the contest, could not get her shot to fall from point blank range. 4-2 now. Holmes with the lead and the basketball. Swinging around, looking to drive inside. Jumper is up, off the mark, no good. The iron unkind for both teams here early going in the contest. Buford now wanting to get out in transition. Didn't have numbers. Wisely backs it back out and tries to reset the offense. 5:42 to go here in the first quarter. Holmes 4, ICC 2. Buford with it now. Works it up top. That's Hoskins. Now over on the left wing to Fitch, who works it back up top to the point position to Williams. Drops it off to Buford. Crossover. Drives in with 5 seconds. Shot is up. No good. Offensive rebound, though. Inside they go to Miller. Miller spins. Her shot's up. No good. A lot of contact. No foul called. Ball out of bounds to the Lady Indians. Frantic play that time. And Lady Indians able to get the ball back. This will be a substitution coming into the game. This will be Quay McClatchy. McClatchy, wearing number 30, will check into the contest. So ICC with the ball. Works it around now. Erica Williams spots up for a long 2. Off the mark, no good. Well, you can hand the Lady Indians $20 right now. They couldn't buy a basket the way they're shooting this one early, Raphael.
Look like a fresh 5 coming in for Holmes. Kind of loosen the game up a little bit.
Three-pointer from the corner from the Lady Bulldogs. That one short's no good. Offensive rebound by Pipton. Might have got away with a travel. No call. And she gets her 4th point of the contest. 4-point lead now for Holmes. That's their largest of the night. ICC led 2-0. It's been all Holmes since. The lone basket of the game belongs to Constance Dunn. Fitch driving inside. She's hit, but called for a travel. So Holmes sitting in a mass substitution here, as Raphael said, a fresh 5 coming in. We'll try to get you those 5 coming in here in a moment for those watching in support of the Lady Bulldogs. So mass substitution coming in here for Holmes. We'll try to reset your Coca-Cola lineup here in a moment. Holmes with the basketball. Here's who's on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 2, Lipsy. Number 12, Wilson. Number 14, that's Veazey. 30 is Namaya Wilson, as there's a drive inside. Wild shot and a foul whistle on ICC. And the 5th player on the floor is Spivey, wearing number 44 for Holmes. As that foul whistle on number 13, Erica Williams. That is her first foul. Lady Indians getting the treatment here early. 3 fouls have been whistled on ICC, only 1 on Holmes. This is number 14 at the free throw line. This is Veazey. And her free throw is good. Couldn't quite see it that time, Raphael, as the official was in the way. Substitution into the game here, number 3, Jalea Polk. So waiting the second free throw here. Holmes 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Veazey going to the line here for the tail end of this 2-shot opportunity. Their shot is up and good.
2 points for Veazey.
Veazey now with 2 points, and Holmes 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Their largely the night now is at 6. So Lady Indians need a basket in a big way this trip down the floor. 4:08 to play here. Outside they go to Buford. Buford looking to go on the drive, lost hand on the basketball, gets it back. Spinning inside, nothing there, drops it off to Miller. Miller spins, her shot is up and good.
Nice job by Miller.
Nicely done that time by Miller. You were correct, Raphael. That stops a streak for quite a while with the Indians being scoreless. 3:44 to go here. 8-4. Holmes with the lead and the basketball. Lady Indians have just been ice cold from the floor. That ball slapped away. Holmes gets it back. Kicks it out for a 3 on its way. Good. That was Namaya Wilson for the 3.
Namaya Wilson was spotted up in the corner. Knocked down the 3 for Holmes.
Gives them a 7-point lead now. 11-4. Largest lead of the night here for the Lady Bulldogs. ICC has got to find some baskets here. Buford wants to answer on the other end. That one way off the mark. No good. 2 Bulldogs fighting over the rebound. Slid across the floor, and traveling will be the call. So Lady Indians tough going here early on from the floor, just cannot get the shots to fall. Holmes is starting to heat up with his fresh 5 on the floor right now.
You're right. The fresh 5 came in and added a spark.
Miller, nice to the basket. Her shot's up no good. Tip is not there, and the rebound to Holmes. Boy, that was a point-blank range shot that just would not fall. And then we're going to have a blocking foul. What's it here on ICC? That foul was on Jalea Polk.
Her first, team 4.
Good thing that ICC needs to do is protect their bigs in the process of Holmes making this change, keeping their bigs out of foul trouble. Like I said, both teams can't really afford to get their bigs in foul trouble.
4 fouls whistled on the Lady Bulldogs, 4 fouls whistled on ICC. Only 4 have been whistled. Let me try that again, folks. 4 fouls on ICC, only 1 have been whistled against Holmes. First miss from the free throw line this evening for Holmes, for Veazey. Her second free throw adjusts and makes it. She's 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Holmes is 5 of 6 so far here in the first quarter. 12-4. Holmes with the lead. ICC needing a basket in a big way this trip down the floor. They've had some good looks, just couldn't get any of them to fall. Feeds it inside to Tanisha Miller's layup for the basket. Big basket there. Nice set. Miller has 4 points now in the contest. 12-6 is your score. Holmes with the basketball, slows it down, want to set up their offense. Into the corner they go. 3-pointer on its way off the mark. Long rebound, though, pulled down by the Bulldogs.
Got a traveling.
And then a traveling gets a call. Kind of panicked with the basketball when she couldn't find anybody, Raphael, and just moved that pivot foot.
She grabbed a great rebound, but never got set. Kind of just was walking in place, and as soon as she turned to make a pivot, the referee called her for traveling.
Zaria Jenkins will check in for ICC. This substitution being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center. They meet Thursday nights at 7.
Holmes in a zone defense right now against ICC.
Falling back in that 2-3 zone. Jenkins with the basketball on the baseline, and she makes them pay. So Jenkins, instant offense off the bench there for Zaria. And a big basket there for ICC. 12-8. Now ICC starting to heat up a little bit in the closing minutes of the first quarter. And there's a big-time block shot by Miller. And she just sent that one out of bounds. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars replay. Great play by Tanisha Miller. And guess what? Mass substitutions again on the floor here for the Bulldogs. Like this may be the starting 5 back in. You've got number 1, Lacey. Number 4, Pipton. Number 32, Carpenter. Number 40, Webster. And inbounds in the ball is number 5, who hoists up the 3 and drills it. And that was Evans, so the original starting 5 back on the floor here for the Bulldogs. Second 3-pointer of the first quarter for the Bulldogs gives them a 15-8 lead. 1:35 to play here as Fitch drives inside. Her shot was blocked, saved it inbounds though. Polk goes inside and she's bumped. And that's going to be a foul whistled here on Holmes. I was going to say, if they called that on Polk, instead they called that on Lacey. Only the second foul whistled on the Lady Bulldogs so far here in the first quarter. ICC's been tagged 4 times. Polk, ball fakes on the 3, long 2-pointer on its way, good.
Nice out-of-bounds play set by ICC. Polk in the corner to knock down a 2-point shot.
Very smart decision by Polk that time too, not to force the 3, ball fake and get the higher percentage shot, if you will. 3-pointer on its way, yes.
Can't leave her in the corner. ICC is forgetting about the player that's shifting in the corner, and Holmes is knocking it down. That's the second time they've had a 3-pointer in the corner.
Looking like Keith Carter back in his Ole Miss days. 8 points is the lead now, 18-10. Inside a minute to play here, matching the largest lead of the night for the Bulldogs. Inside they go to Miller. Miller spins, sees a trap, pushes her shot up, it's no good. Rebound tipped out, and Fitch chases it down. About 12 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Fitch drives inside. Jenkins with the basketball. She was open for a second. Elected not to take that 2-pointer. Fitch with it now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to go on the drive. Great defense by the Lady Bulldogs. Not giving the Indians anything easy. Step back jumper off the mark. No good. Rebound tipped out. Buford trying to chase it down. Can't get to it. And they're actually going to say last touch by the Bulldogs. 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. ICC trailing 18-10. Bulldogs trying to hold off here. Lady Indians need a basket in a big way here. Can hold off for the final shot of the quarter. Lauren Fitch yo-yoing the ball back and forth up top. 8 seconds now on the clock. Trying to work off a screen from Jenkins. Does so. Her jumper in the paint. Bouncing. No good. Rebound. Pull down to Holmes. And that will do it for your first quarter of play. Your score after one. ICC trailing Holmes 18-10. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. And be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com as well as FM 95 Sports.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton. And welcome back to action. Adam Gore, Raphael Henry bring us action tonight here on FM 95 Sports as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel. ICC with the basketball to start the second quarter of play. They trail 18-10. Largest lead of the game has been 8. Fitch with the basketball now. Want to drive inside. Running scoop shot is good. Lauren Fitch, her first points of the contest. Makes it an 18-12 score in favor of Holmes. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. They're wearing their home white, working right to left on your radio dial, and Miller rips the rebound. May have gotten away with the over-the-back call there, so a break for ICC. Lauren Fitch will trot the ball into the front court. Man-to-man defense out of the Lady Bulldogs. Fitch works it over now. This is going to be Polk with the basketball, trying to work off a screen, and yes, that is a moving screen that time. Whistled on Zaria Jenkins. That was a hit, Raphael, that Sean Cannon would be proud of.
You're right. I was watching that, and I was thinking they weren't going to call it, but he did call it, and now it's Holmes basketball.
9:06 to go here until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll have Coach Metz talking about tomorrow's tennis matches coming up at Meridian. If you're just now joining us, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the program. Those tennis matches have been moved back to a noon start against Meridian. We're going to try to broadcast some of those matches on the Blue Channel. Holmes with the basketball now. Feeds it inside in the paint. Turnaround hook shot is off the mark. No good. And that's Kaylin Wilson with the rebound. Now here comes ICC trying to push on the offensive end. Lauren Fitch weaving her way in and out of traffic. Wilson drives inside. She is hit. Wow, another travel call. Well, the only reason she traveled that time is because she got hip checked. And so Holmes getting the benefit of some early calls in this one. So Holmes with the basketball now. This will be Pimpton bringing it across the mid-court stripe. Will work to the left side of the floor. Surveying the defense out of ICC. ICC is falling back in a zone defense. Inside they go. No help on the bigs that time. An easy basket for Nina Carpenter. That's her first points of the contest. Going to have to help out when the bigs get it inside. Lead back to 8 now. 20-12. And then ICC just turns it over on the other end. Pipton says, thank you, I'll take that one. And now tries to push the ball into the front court. Looks like ICC making some adjustments defensively. Now going to reset the offense. Now they recognize the Lady Indians' man-to-man defense. Nearly taken away that time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. That's a travel. Well, it either had to be a travel or a 3-second call that time, as if you give Nina Carpenter that much time to get set up in the paint, man, anybody can score.
You're right. Holmes was trying to work the ball inside after they realized what the defense was, and Carpenter just got called for the travel there.
20-12. Holmes with the lead. ICC with the basketball. Moving left to right on your radio dial for those listening on FM 95 Sports. Polk with the basketball, and there's going to be another moving screen.
I think these referees are defensive minded tonight. More moving screens and more travels are called. So you got to kind of adjust a little bit. If not, you'll let them take control of the game, but they are calling the moving screens.
That foul whistle on Kaylin Wilson will be her second. She will sit. Coming into the contest, this will be Markeisha Hoskins, number 22 for ICC. She'll check in, original starter, back into the contest here for ICC. We'll try to reset your players on the floor momentarily for ICC. As the turnaround hook shot is up in and good for Carpenter, and Carpenter gets her 4th point. Both those points coming in here in the second quarter. Lead now to 10, largest of the game, as there's a shot put back up in and good for Miller. Miller leading the way with ICC with 6 points. Good job staying aggressive on the boards that time. 6:45 to play here, 22-14. Holmes with the lead. Pipton wanting to drive inside. Running shot well off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for between two Lady Indians. Ball out of bounds back to Holmes. A pair of subs coming in here for ICC. This is going to be number 13, Erica Williams checking in, along with Zaria Jenkins. These substitutions being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona out there in Chickasaw County. John Herod and Company, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on FM 95 Sports. 6:36 to play here until halftime. ICC trailing 22-14. Holmes with the basketball. They get it inbounds. They go to work on the offensive end. Now they're just going to reset the offense. This is Evans with the basketball, trying to work off a screen. Looked like a moving screen there, but no call. Three-pointer. The Renaissance Bank is open late tonight. As that bank shot of a three-pointer goes, I believe that's the 4th three-pointer of the game for Holmes, and their largest lead now is at 11. So ICC's got to find some points. Cannot start trading misses on this other end. There's a jumper on its way, no good. Rebound easily pulled down by the Lady Bulldogs. So Holmes now trying to push on the offensive end. Didn't have numbers. Pipton wisely backs that one back out on the right wing. Pipton looking to go on the drive. Nothing there. Looking to go baseline. Good defense by ICC to take away both those options. Carpenter with it. Bounce pass. Looking to go to the baseline. Once again, great defense. And that forces a double dribble. Good help defense that time by Jenkins to force a turnover, Raphael.
You're right. I was checking. I was actually watching the bigs down low, and I was counting the 3 seconds on Holmes. Yeah. But I did see that great double team by the Indians, and was able to draw a double dribble there.
Mass substitution line change coming in here for Holmes. Lipsy number 2, Wilson number 12, VZ number 14, Namaya Wilson number 30, and Spivey number 44. So ICC with the basketball, looking to go to work on the offensive end. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Swings it around. Hoskins with the basketball. Turns, nothing there. Now 6 seconds. Fitch, shots no good, and a whistle. And this should result in a pair of free throws coming up here for the Lady Indians, and yes, it will. That foul whistled on VZ, her first foul, team first foul here in the second quarter, and this will send Lauren Fitch to the free throw line. First free throw opportunities this evening coming up for ICC. Quick dribbles and a shot, flat shot, but up in and good that time for Lauren Fitch. She's got 3 points. Substitution coming to the game. This is Kiera McCollins checking in here for ICC. So Lauren Fitch to the free throw line. Both toes on the line, 3 quick dribbles. Free throw, rattles around and falls through. 4 points now for Lauren Fitch. All 4 of those coming here in the second quarter. Makes it a 25-16 contest coming up on 5 minutes to play here until halftime. Drive to the basket. Layup, though, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up in and good. Spivey just too big that time for the Lady Indians. And Spivey clears the boards and gets the put back up in and good. 27-16. Holmes with the lead. ICC with the basketball. Lady Bulldogs now falling back in a 2-3 zone. Williams with it, trying to weave her way through traffic. Forces up the jumper. Short iron, no good. Nothing but white shirts in the paint to grab the rebound there. Holmes with the basketball. A chance to push their lead out to the biggest of the night with the basket. Lady Indians cannot find anybody defensively that time but a missed shot by Spivey, and the ICC catches a break. Fitch now wanting to push on the offensive end. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Dunn for the three-pointer. Air ball and the rebound to Holmes. Boy, the Lady Indians are all out of sorts now offensively. Holmes with it. Drops it back. We'll reset the offense. Looks like we're going to drop it off. No, excuse me, this is going to be number 14, Veazey with the basketball. Baseline jumper on its way, long, no good, and McCollins with the rebound. Well, the Indians are doing a good job of forcing them to shoot the long ball, as there's a running scoop shot well off the mark by Lauren Fitch. Fitch was looking for the foul call, did not get it. Holmes with the basketball now on the other end, and that's a blocking foul as McCollins tried to draw the charge, but instead it's going to turn into a three-point play the old-fashioned way, an opportunity at it here, as that shot is up in and good for Namaya Wilson. She's got 5 points. Lead now is 13. ICC wants a timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to reset here in Goodman. You see there for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV, but we do want to remind you, you can still get your tickets for the 22nd Annual Itawamba Community College Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on March 3rd in 2018. Obviously, I'm reading it here, folks, for anybody that sees that. Davis Event Center. You can visit iccms.edu/concert. That's iccms.edu/concert. If not, you can stop by and visit Miss Tilda, and she can give you some tickets there at the Community Relations office as well. Got to get a little bit of water up off the floor after that timeout. So we reset here. 3:42 to play in the second quarter. ICC trailing Holmes 29-16. Want to welcome everyone listening on FM 95 Sports, as this is Wilson to the free throw line. About 3 hard dribbles and puts it through. Wilson now with 6 points. Largest lead of the night now for Holmes is at 14. Holmes trying to come out and press. ICC able to adjust to it, and now we'll reset their offense. 2-3 zone out of the Bulldogs. ICC not really showing a threat from three-point land to cause any problems. Go with that high-low set. Layup no good. Offensive rebound put back. No shot blocked. They're going to call a jump ball. Good call that time by the official. And the possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Well, ICC fans wanting a foul that time. Didn't get it. I got to say a good block that time by Holmes.
You're right. Good job by Holmes defending the post.
3:15 to go here. ICC trying to jump out and extend that man-to-man defense, trying to trap near midcourt, didn't do so. Jumper on its way good. Boy, everything going the way of Holmes here early on, as they have doubled up the Indians 32-16. Jenkins' shot is off the mark, no good. Rebound, inhaled that time. Tried to bounce it off the foot of the defender of ICC, but Constance Dunn gets it back. Her shot blocked out of bounds, and it will stay with ICC. Substitution coming into the ball game here for ICC will be number 14, Shania Buford. Buford, a freshman out of Lafayette High School. From the school of Carly Wilkerson out there, assistant coach at Lafayette. ICC troubling inbounds in the ball, just does so as the Holmes coach nearly hit Shania that time. Not like fist hit her, but was just standing there and nearly bumped into her. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Fitch with the basketball, picks up her dribble, in trouble, drops it off to Dunn. Dunn looking to drive baseline. Her scoop shot, wow.
Nice job by Constance Dunn, driving the baseline and got a scoop shot to fall for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, somehow able to find just a little bit of a seam that time to get the shot off. And that was her 4th point of the night. 32-18, Holmes with the basketball. They're leading 2:12 to go here until halftime. Feed it inside, lost the handle on the basketball, bounces around, and luckily, Lauren Fitch was able to come away with the loose ball. Fitch now looking to push on the offensive end. Works it over to Connie Dunn on the wing. Driving baseline. Tries to repeat and does. Just almost an instant replay of the same type of play she did last time. As she got the similar scoop shot to fall for her 6th point. And here come the Indians trying to rally back in this one. There's a foul at midcourt on the trap. And that foul's going to be whistled on Jenkins, her second.
I thought you pushed the replay button. I just wanted to see that play again that Connie did.
It looked just like it that time. As a substitution coming in the game here for ICC, this is going to be Jalea Polk in. And Jenkins will have to check out, picking up her 2nd foul. Let's reset here. 1:48 to play in the first half. 32-20. ICC trailing to the homestanding Lady Bulldogs. Holmes with it, trying to feed it inside, does so. And there's a travel. Couldn't make up her mind what she wanted to do. A triple team quickly collapsed on top of Spivey that time. Spivey panicked, drug her pivot foot, and the ball back to ICC. ICC needs to cash in on these rare turnovers by the Lady Bulldogs so far here in the first half. Fitch with the basketball now. Works over to Jalea Polk on the left wing. Polk trying to spin, nothing there. Dunn wants the three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound easily and held that time by Christina Harris of Holmes. 12-point lead for Holmes, 32-20, 1:14 to play here until halftime. Holmes trying to work off the screen, swings it into the corner. They've been hot from outside. They've hit 4 3-pointers here in the first half. Running shot off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for. And again, 2 Lady Indians fighting for the basketball. Tanisha Miller just refused to grab it that time and watch it go out of bounds.
They didn't say same team or anything. They both just kind of grabbed at the ball and knocked it out of bounds.
So Holmes will inbounds it on the baseline. Inside a minute to play now until halftime. Baseline drive, pull up, shot blocked. No, they're going to call a foul. A late whistle that time by Miller.
How was that a foul? Her hands was in the air.
I think that was an anticipation whistle on the part of the official that time.
Miller, her first, team 5th.
Looked like a pretty good block there. And once again, ICC is getting the business when it comes to the foul call situation tonight. That is the 5th foul in the quarter here. Holmes has only been whistled for 2 fouls here in the first half. ICC has been whistled for double-digit fouls so far here in the ballgame. That first free throw, good. Awaiting the second free throw, that one good as well. Well, we saw the same situation at Northwest earlier this week. Northwest missed more free throws than ICC shot. And that's kind of been the case here tonight. Hook shot is up off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped around, Polk finds it, her shot short, no good. Offensive rebound put back, and finally a foul called on Holmes.
2 points for Buford.
That was Buford who got the offensive rebound, got the shot to fall. That is her first points of the contest. Makes it a 34-22 game here with 34 seconds to play. Free throw from Buford, rattles in and good. Buford with 3 points, all 3 coming here in the second quarter. 34-23, ICC trailing inside 30 seconds to play. Timeout was taken as it was a near 10-second violation taken on Holmes that time as they just got it across right before 10. Surprised they wouldn't have called that anyway, as Holmes getting the benefit of the doubt tonight from the guys in the strike. Raphael, we'll talk about it a little bit more in the Little Caesars halftime report, but right now it's been a dismal day from the floor from the Lady Indians.
You're right. The Lady Indians are missing those short mid-range shots. Look like they're shooting them short. Kind of looks like they're a little sluggish from the bus ride and not really just making the shots and missing. And there's nobody under the goal to like try to grab the rebounds as well.
And we got to give credit where credit's due. Holmes dominated the rebounding stats tonight. Of course, they obviously have the big-time height advantage, can go 2 bigs against ICC, who doesn't really have any bigs.
You're right, and they're using that, and then they've been hitting the 3 pretty good too.
Holmes with the basketball now. 15 seconds to play. About a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. 10 seconds now. Kick it out long. No thought about the 2, but a travel. Good help defense that time. Forces the turnover once again. And now ICC will have the basketball with 7 seconds to play. Boy, the Lady Indians, if they can get a basket here to cut this thing inside double digits before halftime, it would be huge. Fitch, gotta hurry, works up the floor to Dunn. Dunn fires from distance. Back iron, no good. Boy, that would have been a big basket there for ICC. Your score here at halftime,
23.
Holmes 34, ICC 23. We're going to take a break and come back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports with the Little Caesars halftime report.
I could get the extra most bestest with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. Or I could get a pizza with less toppings for more money.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni for the nation's best price. Little Caesars large $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza, pizza.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here, part of the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC trailing Holmes 34-23 here at the break. Adam Gore, Raphael Henry here for FM 95 Sports. Miss Tina Harlow back in Amory. We do want to remind you that you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM95radio.com. Also, follow them on Twitter, FM95 Radio on Twitter. They're new to the Twitter world, folks, so be sure and give them a follow there. Well, Raphael, let's take a look at your first half analysis. This first half analysis being brought to you by the ICC BSU. Rafi, what's your thoughts on the first half?
My thoughts on the first half, Adam, for the Lady Indians, it was a lot of missed close buckets up close, and they got to keep working the ball inside to their bigs and keep trying to play. For Holmes, they shot the ball well from the three-point. They also worked the ball inside. They got a few travel calls on their bigs, but I think when they come back out, they're going to try to make the right decisions on getting the ball inside and trying to attack. I like the way they had the 5 players, rotating in and out. Right there at the end of the half, you had the second team in pretty much.
Well, let's take a look at some Sonic stats here in the first half, and we'll start with the Lady Indians. Scoring for ICC, it was Jalea Polk with 2, Lauren Fitch with 4, 6 points for Miller, 6 points for Constance Dunn, 3 for Shania Buford, and Zaria Jenkins had 2. We talked about it, Raphael. ICC actually holds the rebounding edge, 21-19 over Holmes. We thought it would be the other way, judging by what we saw in the first half. For Holmes, they were led in scoring by Pipton, 7. Veazey had 7. 6 from Namaya Wilson. 3 from Lacey. 3 from Evans. 4 from Carpenter. 2 from Webster and 2 for Spivey. Now, here's the big difference in the ballgame right now. ICC in the first half shot 27% from the floor, 0% from 3. ICC 0 for 5 from 3. And then from the free throw line, ICC 100% as they went 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. For Holmes, well, they shot 44% from the floor. The biggest draw would be the 57% from three-point line. They're 4 of 7 from 3, and they were 8 of 9 for the charity stripe, 89% there. So, Raphael, you look at it, the big difference in the game right now is the simple fact that ICC can't find that three-point threat. Holmes, 4 of 7 from beyond the arch.
You're right, and Shania hadn't really just been camping out around the three-point line. Like I said, I think ICC's game plan is more to try to attack the bigs and get it inside. So they hadn't really just relied on the three-point shot. But like you said, when you get the rhythm to be able to make the three-point shot, then a few more will fall. So ICC will probably come out in the second half trying to make the three be something that they're, to try to get back within this lead here.
Points off the turnover. Holmes leads that category by the score of 10-8. Take a look at some other stats that's going to stand out to you. Second chance points. ICC leads that opportunity 7-4. Points off the bench. Holmes leads that one 15-10 over the Indians. We're going to take another break and come back with an interview from Lee Adams with Coach Michael Metz talking about tomorrow's ICC tennis matches against Meridian. So back with more of the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC trails it 34-23 here at the break.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Coach, season's here. I know you guys are excited to get fired up. Got a big-time opponent coming in Friday in Meridian. Just talk a little bit about what the guys and the girls have both been working on this preseason.
Well, pretty much fitness. When they come back from the holidays, we're fortunate that we have a good month to work on the fitness, and we've been able to do that with our indoor facility. Been working really hard on the fitness. I feel like we put in enough work to get the season started, but we're ready now. I mean, you only practice so much, and I can see it in everybody's face this week that they know Meridian's coming, one of the toughest opponents in the league. And I think we're tired of practicing and ready to play and get out there and test ourselves and see how we do.
Well, you definitely do get to test yourself in the Meridian team that you're facing, and actually you face them in the first two matches that you have. Yeah. So just talk a bit about what you know about Meridian a little bit and what you've kind of game planned for a little bit.
Well, I think we're as talented as anybody in the league. One of the strengths that they have is depth, and they've got a lot of experience. So they're always well coached, and they're a good team. But I like this. I've had people say, why do we start out with Meridian? But to me, you play the top teams at the beginning of the season, then you know what you need to work on for the rest of the spring. We're fortunate to still have 2.5 months to get ready for the state tournament. So we're going to go test ourselves, see where we are. I told the team the other day, this is the first brick we're laying. Our goal is not to be our best Friday, it's to be our best in April. And that's what we're building on. So we're looking forward to it.
Starting with a tough team, like we said, but it's the MACJC. It's full of tough teams.
Yeah.
There's no match off, as they say. But just talk a bit about how, you're talking about it's a long season to be ready for, or see where you are in April to gauge yourself now. But just talk about what you've been preaching to the guys and the girls to get ready for the long season and just going after it, fighting hard week after week.
Yeah, well, we tell them like we do kind of a periodized plan where we try to build up and peak, and then we recover a little bit in between. And so, last year I thought we did a good job of doing that. When we got to the state tournament, we were playing our best. And that's what every coach in every sport wants to do, is to keep improving, keep getting better. And when you get to the postseason tournament, you want to be the freshest you felt, you want to be the fittest you felt, and you're doing your best. So we're not going to stop working hard right now. There's a process to what we do. We're going to keep working hard and not try to save anything. And then when we get to the end, we'll give them a little bit of a rest before the regional tournament, and hopefully I've done my job, they've done their job, and we're ready to have a good season. So,
all right. Well, on the men's side, you have quite a bit of experience coming back. On the women's side, pretty much a new squad. Just talk about the differences and how you've approached each team, with the one having experience and one not having so much.
Yeah. Well, the guys, it definitely helps a lot. I was talking to another coach the other day about when you're comparing just the body of a freshman versus a sophomore. I mean, these guys look physically stronger. They put more pace on the ball, and since they've been there a year, they're not as nervous as they were last year, so that definitely makes a difference, And on the women's side, I just got done talking to the team a few minutes ago, and I was telling the girls, you guys are a little bit of a mystery because I know you're a lot more talented than last year's team, but you're also young, and so it's really important that you guys are going to trust me, trust the process, keep working hard. And usually freshmen, when they get started, their head's spinning a little bit. So it takes time. They need to stick with the plan, trust the coaching, and they'll be fine.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this season. Look forward to seeing where you guys end up.
Thank you.
And welcome back as we get set to start the third quarter of play. ICC trailing Holmes 34-23 here at the break. Lady Indians will have the basketball to start the second half. They'll move moving right to left on your radio dial for those listening on FM 95 Sports. Special thank you to Miss Tina Harlow back in the studio in Amory. Kaylin Wilson puts up the quick jumper from the key. It's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Holmes. Bulldogs want to up the tempo of their own. This time the jumper is off the mark, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Markeisha Hoskins. Fast tempo here to start the second half. We'll try to give you your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor for both teams momentarily. Looks like both starters for both teams back on the floor. For ICC, number 4, Lauren Fitch. Number 5, Kaylin Wilson. Number 12, Constance Dunn. Number 14, Shania Buford. And number 22, Markeisha Hoskins. That shot blocked, loose ball on the floor, and Holmes comes away with it. For Holmes, it's Lacey, number 1, number 4, Pipton, number 5, Evans, 32, Carpenter, and number 40, Webster, all on the floor, and there's going to be a turnover after the travel called on Holmes. So this game kind of starting the way the first half started. A little bit of sloppy play to start the second half here. 9 minutes of play. ICC running in this contact, and there's going to be a foul called on number 1, Lacey, and that's only the third foul called on Holmes all game, Raphael.
Yes, Gory, and then you were talking about earlier that ICC was trying to get the ball in. Lauren ran in and threw the ball up amongst the trees. Coach is trying to get her to take the ball in and stop and pull it up or pass it out.
Fitch looking to go on the drive, nothing there. Drops it off on the right wing to Constance Dunn. Pull-up jumper, good for Constance Dunn.
2 points for Dunn.
Nicely done that time.
But exactly what I just said about going in and passing it out and executing the game plan.
Lead now inside double digits, 34-25. Holmes with the basketball now. Man-to-man defense out of the Lady Indians. 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. Holmes going on the drive, no help defense that time. Scoop layup, friendly roll as Webster gets her 4th point of the contest. Nice setup play that time as they did the pick and roll. Nobody rolled with the defense that time for ICC. Dunn wants the long 2. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebound being tipped around. Hoskins finds it. Ball fakes and is going to kick it back out and reset the offense. Smart play that time by Markeisha Hoskins. Did not have the shot she was looking for. Backs it back out, allows the offense to reset for ICC. This is Buford. Buford driving inside. Good help defense and a bumping foul. No, they're going to say out of bounds. Wow. Number 32, Nina Carpenter, just came up and put quite the lick on Shania Buford that time. Knocked the ball out of bounds because it jarred it out of her hands. But instead, they say the ball last touched by ICC.
Great defense by Holmes to just go in and hold a hand up. Yes.
What that was. No great defense. Anytime you can run into a player and knock the ball out of their hand. I know you're trying to be neutral.
Yes, yes.
So Holmes with the basketball now on the right wing. Oh, beautiful quick step to the basket. Layup up and in good. Lacey that time just blew by the defender. Easy layup gives Holmes a 38-25 lead now. Coming up on 7 minutes to play. Dunn looks to drive inside, kicks it out. Fitch with the basketball. Dunn may have got away with the travel on that last possession for the Indians. Lauren Fitch with the basketball, picks up her dribble, nearly turns it over. Wilson wants the long 2, back iron no good. Offensive rebound taken away out of the hands of Lauren Fitch by Camelia Lacey. So Lacey will trot the ball into the front court. 6:45 to play here in the third quarter. 38-25, ICC trailing Holmes. ICC has trailed Holmes for a large majority of the contest, and that's going to be a offensive foul.
Should have been a travel.
Or a travel called.
There's going to be a...
No, they're going to call that on ICC.
Yes.
Wow. Nina Carpenter that time just took an elbow and shoved her out of the way, but instead a foul called on Markeisha Hoskins. This is getting borderline ridiculous. So Holmes with the basketball now. 6.5 to play here. 38-25, Holmes with the lead. Driving inside, wild shot, no foul called, thank goodness. Now here comes Connie Dunn. Dunn wanting to drive coast to coast, goes inside, hammered, no foul called. Markeisha Hoskins in the right spot at the right time to get the ball out. Underneath they go. Wilson's layup is good. Good pass that time by Dunn to find Wilson for the layup. That's Wilson's first points of the contest. ICC slowly but surely chipping away at this one, but cannot do any significant damage to this lead by Holmes. So the Bulldogs with the basketball now. This is going to be Pipton dribbling it up top, drives past the defender, goes inside. Beautiful extra pass. Wasn't ready for it that time, and the turnover gives the ball back to ICC. Erica Williams with the loose ball. Williams now is going to reset the offense through Lauren Fitch up top. Fitch trying to clear out the defense. Man-to-man defense here for Holmes. A line change getting ready for the Lady Bulldogs. The next opportunity. Wilson driving inside. Had the ball slapped away. And Holmes with the basketball. Good steal that time by the Lady Bulldogs. Now here comes Holmes on the other end. Kicks it into the corner. Nearly turns it over, but is able to throw it back and reset the offense with 20 seconds now on the shot clock. Driving inside, and there's going to be a turnover. No, a foul called by the official furthest away from the play.
Mass substitution here.
Yep, mass substitution as Raphael mentioned. Number 2, Lipsy. Number 12, Wilson. 30, Namaya Wilson. And number 44, that's going to be Spivey. Kiera Wilson, the other Wilson, checking into the contest for Holmes. So Holmes with the basketball. Taking their time, can be patient on the offensive end. Coming up with 5 minutes to play here in the third. Just playing a game of kind of weave around. Then there's Tanisha Miller taking it away. Miller drops it off to Lauren Fitch. Lets traffic clear. Bumped. Count the basket.
2 points for Fitch.
Nice job by Miller with the block and the fast break, and was able to get it out to the point guard. And she kind of put on brakes and got a 2-point and 3 points the old-fashioned way, hopefully.
Yeah, chance for it here as Maya got a little bit of an NBA continuation on that last layup as well, so finally a break for ICC. Fitch, 3 quick dribbles and a free throw. Good for her 7th point. ICC 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. And ICC now has it inside 8, and it's taken away by Erica Williams at midcourt. Dunn trying to drive inside, spins in the paint, bank shot, good. Beautiful play that time by Constance Dunn. She enters double digits with 10 points. And now here come the Indians, 38-32. Holmes getting set for another line change. ICC falling asleep defensively. And that's going to be a bumping foul from behind by Markeisha Hoskins. Not necessarily a bad foul that time, as that would have resulted in an easy layup for Holmes. Hoskins with him for her 2nd foul, team 3rd foul, and once again, mass substitution coming in for Holmes. The original starting 5, number 1, Lacey, number 4, Pipton, number 5, Evans, 32, Carpenter, and number 40, Webster, all checking into the contest here for the Lady Bulldogs. Near 5-second violation, just lobbed it in just in time before the whistle. Wild jumper put up no good. Offensive rebound, though, put back up and good. That was Carpenter with the basket. Too easy that time for Holmes. Dunn with the basketball. Looking to go on the drive inside. She's bumped, and that's going to be a foul finally called on Holmes.
Ran into the trees again.
That foul's going to be whistled on number 32. Official timeout on the floor right now. Looks like she may have some blood on her. That foul whistled on Carpenter, her 1st foul, team 3rd foul. So yeah, Carpenter will have to check out with blood on her uniform. Substitution came into the game also for ICC, number 30, Quay McClatchy. These substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. I guess they've got a minute to get the player in here, as Holmes was sending somebody in but quickly sat her back down. But instead, they're going to send the same player back in.
Yeah, you can do that. You have 15 seconds. If you get it off, you can bring her back in, or you can substitute somebody in for her.
So they're able to get her cleaned up with the blood on her hand. So ICC with the basketball, they trail 40-32. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third. Williams baseline jumper, no good. Just could not get the friendly roll that time, and the easy rebound pulled down by Holmes. Trying to rush the ball up the floor. Layup's no good, and a foul called on ICC.
ICC got to get back on defense.
Her 2nd, team 4th.
That foul whistled on Connie Dunn. That's going to be her 2nd foul, team 4th foul. as you heard so eloquently said by Steve Giffey over the PA system. 40-32 is your score. Holmes at the free throw line. First free throw is good for Evans. 4 points for Evans. They're 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Second free throw, the iron kind. As that one rattles home. 5 points now for Evans. Holmes, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. ICC, 4 of 4. Lead back to 10, as we said. Each time ICC can go on a little bit of run, get inside double digits, Holmes has had an answer all night tonight.
Foul on number 32. That's second.
Nina Carpenter picks up the foul. It'll be ICC ball on the baseline. 3:48 to play here in the third. ICC trying to find a way to rally back in this one, trailing on the road at Holmes, 42-32. Lauren Fitch is going to reset the offense with 23 seconds now on the shot clock. Constance Dunn on with it on the left wing. Back to Fitch at the point guard position, 2-3 zone out of Holmes. Erica Williams with it now. Boy, Constance Dunn was wide open on the backside, just could not find her the basketball. Fitch drives in, tries to top it off to McClatchy. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Wild shot put up, no good. Shot is no good. Great play that time by Erica Williams, not to waste a dribble as the ball did not hit the rim, but the shot was no good. Layup, count the basket.
Nice job by Holmes to get the foul. Fast break. Nobody's back on defense.
So the lead back out to 4 now. And this will be Lacey at the free throw line here for the Lady Bulldogs. Free throw is good from Lacey. She's got 8. 11 of 12 from the free throw line. As the lead balloons to back to 13. And a timeout taken by the Lady Indians. Timeout on the floor at even 3 minutes to play here in the third. ICC trailing Holmes 45-32. We'll take a break and hear a word from Sonic and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
These little chickies and little doggies are small, but they're intense.
Well, yeah, small and intense like my niece Hannah.
And you take karate?
Show them how intense you are. Now finish him.
Try our little doggies and little chickies for only $1.49. This is how you Sonic.
A cheeseburger and a free.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action as we reset out of the timeout. 3 minutes to play. ICC trailing 45-32. Quay McClatchy had her shot blocked and the rebound slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Holmes. Well, you like the idea of challenging the bigs, but the way this game has been officiated so far, there's really no opportunity that you could get a foul called, although there was no foul on that last block shot, by the way, by Carpenter.
You're right. And like I say, every time you take it inside, they're not really calling the foul. So
yeah,
I would just stick with that mid-range shot.
Yeah, and that time McClatchy did get hit across the arm, but still no foul call on that one. So the official letting Holmes play, that's for sure. As nearly Holmes turns it over, but a good job that time by Pipton to be in the right spot at the right time for the Lady Bulldogs. ICC trying to press, couldn't get the turnover. They trail 45-32 with 2.5 to play here in the third. Holmes with the basketball, driving inside, she's bumped, no foul called. Indians catch a break there. And then that time, Lacey, good idea, good hustle by Lacey. Unfortunately, she was established her position out of bounds when she came back in to grab the basketball. So the turnover gives the ball back now to the Lady Indians. Need to find a way to get a basket this trip down the floor. Coming up on 2:20 to play here in the third quarter. Dunn with the basketball. Inside they go to McClatchy. McClatchy trying to go to work, and they call a travel. So McClatchy just picked up that pivot foot before she was able to get the dribble down. Substitution into the game. This is going to be Jenkins, and McClatchy will check out. Well, Kamisha Oliver, if ICC fans are wondering where her name has been tonight, she was hurt and had missed the Northwest game and is missing this game tonight and could be out for the season. And a delay whistle, or extra whistle, I should say. That foul will be whistled on number 13, Erica Williams, on the reach-in. So Holmes will go to the free throw line. where they have been making a living tonight. They're 11 of 12 from the charity stripe. ICC's only shot 4 times. Luckily, have made all 4. So this will be number 4, Pipton to the free throw line. Her free throw good. Pipton's got 6 points. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Checking out of the contest will be Erica Williams. Checking in will be Kayla Wilson for ICC. These substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. Second free throw is good. 7 points. Or excuse me, no, that was actually the 8th and 9th point for Pipton.
Inside again, no foul. Ball knocked out of bounds, and possession is for ICC.
47-32. Holmes with the lead, ICC with the basketball. Jenkins goes inside, her jumper, kiss off the glass, no good. Easy rebound, ripped down that time by Brittany Webster. Now here comes Holmes, wanting to up the tempo a little bit. Didn't have numbers, so wisely going to back it back out. Tries to go into the corner, ball's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Lauren Fitch. 1:38 to play here. ICC cut that 16-point lead from the first half down to 8, but Holmes had an answer on the other end to be able to push the lead back out now to 15. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball, swinging around, trying to go inside, does so. Nice spin move in the paint, layup is good. Brittany Webster looking like Tim Duncan with some pretty sweet moves in the paint that time. 49-32, largely the night now at 17 for the Bulldogs. Wilson with it now, wants to go inside to Jenkins. Jenkins skip pass around to Fitch. Fitch challenges, drives, layup, good. Fitch gets her 9th point of the contest. A little bit of contact. I agree with the no call that time by the officials, but it would be nice if we got a couple of foul calls in our favor this evening. 49-34. Holmes with the basketball in the lead. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. Inside a minute to play now. Shot, layup, good. Carpenter with 8 points. And again, Raphael, you let them get that deep in the paint, there's really not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And you're right. And Carpenter, she's just sitting down, and when she gets the ball, she's going to make her big move and score the bucket.
So ICC with the basketball now, trying to go to work on the offensive end. Fitch wanting to drive, does so, but good help defense, forces her to back it back out. Wilson with the basketball now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lauren Fitch has got to do something in a hurry here. Now 5. Pull up jumper from the key. Good. Lauren Fitch with her 11th point. She leads ICC in scoring. Unfortunately for ICC, there has not been enough of that tonight. They trail 51-36. Ball slapped around. Shot at the buzzer. No good. Wow, that would have been a big-time basket there for Holmes if they found that one to fall. We've played 3. ICC trailing 51-36 as we head to the 4th and final quarter of play. We'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation.
And welcome back as we get set for the 4th quarter of play. Holmes will have the basketball to start the 4th quarter. They lead at 51-36. They have pretty much led this entire contest, other than ICC leading 2-0. So Holmes with it. Oh, that was a double dribble, no foul call, but there's a good block shot, or excuse me, not a foul call, but instead, maybe it was a carry. Did you see a block shot there by Tanisha Miller? Yeah, she most definitely came up and cupped the basketball. Didn't get the call, but the block shot defensively by Miller negated the layup. Holmes ball on the baseline. And it's going to be slapped away. Lauren Fitch gets the steal. Layup from Fitch. Good. Nicely done that time by Lauren Fitch to get the steal. She's got 13 points. As she took it away and finished on the other end, you see there on the Little Caesars replay. And then another near steal at half court, but instead going to be whistled a foul on Lauren Fitch. Her third foul, first foul of the fourth quarter called on ICC. Holmes is beginning the home treatment from the officials here this evening as they have shot 12 free throws, made 11. ICC has shot 4 and only made 4, but then is taken away by Kaylin Wilson. She lets traffic clear and gets the layup to fall. Now here come the Indians. Can they get something going here in the fourth quarter? They now trail it by 11 with 9:08 to play here. 51-40. Then Lauren Fitch with the steal. Layup good. Lady Indians firing on all cylinders start the fourth quarter. Lauren Fitch picks up her 15th point of the game. And they're taking a timeout here, maybe? It's going to be a 30-second timeout taken here by Holmes. But they said only a timeout they're taking to get the subs into the contest here. Typically, if you take the timeout, you still have to take the 30 seconds. But either way it goes, Holmes gets a new line change in. Once again, they do sub in 5 at a time. We'll try to bring you those here in a moment. Looks like the original starting 5 back in the floor. As a layup is no good, a late whistle and a foul called on ICC. And that's going to be a foul called on Miller. And I've got that as her second. That is the case. And that is going to be the team second foul here in the fourth quarter. This will send Pipton to the free throw line where she's a perfect 2 for 2 on the evening. That free throw good. 10 points now for Pipton as they're 12 of 13 from the charity stripe. Second free throw bouncing around, no good, and the rebound to Miller. 12 of 14 from the free throw line. It is 52-42, ICC trailing by 10. As we said, they've done a good job of getting that lead down to 8, but each time Holmes has an answer, but there's a big basket. As the layup's good, count it for Jenkins. So Jenkins will head to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way here. Jenkins with 4 points. And got the free throw. ICC 5 of 5 from the charity stripe, and they're going to have a reach-in foul here. That foul's going to be whistled on Connie Dunn.
Her third.
Her third foul. Team third foul as ICC trying to get aggressive to get after the basketball, see if they can force some turnovers with this screen, with this press, I should say. They're going to throw over the top of it that time. And there's a steal. Layup is good. Kaylin Wilson just took that one away that time, and she's got 6 points. ICC turning up the pressure here. They trail 52-47. 8:15 to play. Drive inside, and that's going to be a foul. Whistled here on Miller, I believe. No, excuse me, that's actually going to be a foul on Jenkins. And that will be her third and team fourth foul. So this will send Lacey to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. First free throw good. Lacey a perfect 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Holmes 13 of 15 this evening. ICC 5 of 5. So we're waiting the second free throw from Lacey, and it's good as well. She now enters double digits with 10 points.
2 points for Lacey.
47 is what ICC has. So I missed that last point. That shot no good, and the rebound slapped out of bounds. Layup on the other end is good. That was Evans. As she makes the layup on the other end. Good extra pass. Wow, no foul called as Miller just gets hammered on that layup. layup attempt, and the officials stick the whistle in their pocket. That was a foul by definition, no matter where you're at. And that's just been the case for the Lady Indians tonight. Having to play 8-on-5 this afternoon, or I should say this evening, in Holmes.
Camping out in that lane.
Ball nearly taken away that time by Lauren Fitch. Boy, you just saw Tanisha Miller grimace in pain after being hammered when she got the interior pass. No foul called. And then the turnover gives the ball back to Holmes. So Holmes with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7:25 to play. Jumper from the key, off the mark, no good. Long rebound's going to be ripped down by Jenkins. Lady Indians trail this one 56-47. 7:15 to play here. Lady Indians need a good trip this down the floor to try to continue to trim into this lead. But as we said, credit to the Lady Bulldogs. Each time ICC's goes on a run, they've had a run of their own. Fitch driving inside. Scoop shot, no good. And finally a foul called, a late whistle. They're going to get Carpenter. And Carpenter pleading her case to the official. Official giving her a lot of leeway there to kind of talk with it. And getting a little attitude is the official with the Holmes coach as well. Inside to go Jenkins. Layup no good, but she's fouled. That's going to be the third foul on Brittany Webster, team third foul. So both Carpenter and Webster each with 3 fouls here with 6:59 to play in the fourth quarter. This will send Jenkins to the free throw line. She's got 5 points this evening, and that free throw good. Jalea Polk will check into the contest. Checking out will be number 5, Kaylin Wilson. Awaiting the second free throw here. One dribble, a spin, and it's on its way and rattles true. 7 points now for Jenkins. And that's going to be a foul whistle on ICC.
Makeup call right there.
Big time. Credit the coach for Holmes on lobbying to get that call. And Holmes will now be in the bonus for the remaining 6:59 in this one. And you look at it, unofficially, Holmes 13 of 15 from the charity stripe. They have made a living from the free throw line tonight. That's going to be the second foul whistled on Jalea Polk. That free throw, is no good. So now 13 of 16 from the line. Diffie was saying they've missed 2 free throws. So that first one no good. Awaiting the second free throw coming up here is high, arching, and good. Evans gets her 8th point of the contest. ICC struggling to get the ball across midcourt, and there's going to be a reach-in foul called here. And that's only going to be the third foul. But a big foul there, Raphael, as that's Brittany Webster's 4th foul.
One big down. Another big is in foul trouble as well, close to it.
Nina Carpenter still on the floor. She's got 3 fouls. That was, the 4th foul. 4th team foul was on the Bulldogs, so ICC will go to the free throw line in the next opportunity. Lady Indians trail it 57-49, 6:45 to play here. Can Lady Indians find some magic to find their way back in this one? Fitch, pull-up jumper, yes. Lauren Fitch, 17 points. And a big basket there makes it a 6-point contest, the closest it's been quite a while. Holmes with the basketball. Trying to rush it down the floor, driving inside. Her layup, hits off the glass, is good for Evans, and she now has 10. And as we said, each time Holmes seems to have an answer for ICC. Holmes coming out with a little bit of a press on their own. ICC, no problem with it. Constance Dunn driving inside. Hammered, no foul called. Evans gets it. She's hammered, no foul called. Knocked to the floor was Evans on that play. And here comes Holmes in transition. ICC not getting back. Layup good for Lacey. She now has 12. And then the turnover by ICC. Lead has rushed back to 10 for Holmes. 61-51, 5:53 to play here. We're going to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're reset out of the timeout. 5:53 to play here. ICC cut that lead down to 6, but Holmes once again had an answer and pushed the lead back out 61-51, and they have the ball on the baseline, leading here in the fourth quarter. Remind you, the guys' game will be coming your way next here on Let'sGoICCTV.com as well as FM 95 Sports. Holmes with the basketball, lobs it inside. Loose ball, and Holmes finds it, and that's going to be a walking call. And Raphael called it. The official finally agreed with him.
I thought he was going to call a foul, trying to help out the home team a little bit.
So ICC with the basketball. Done with it now. Looking to drive baseline. Nothing there. Weaves her way inside. High arching jumper. No good. Rebound going to be chased down by the Lady Bulldogs. They've got players rushing back in a hurry here. And the layup is up, in, and good. That's Evans. She's got 12 points. 9 of those coming here in the second half. Done with the basketball. Three-pointer. High arching. Off the mark. No good. Rebound. That should be over the back on Miller, and it is. Good call by the official that time as Miller picks up her third foul.
Miller, her third.
And we'll come down the other end to shoot free throws. So this will be Nina Carpenter heading to the free throw line. Carpenter with 8 points. Trying to build on this 12-point lead. She just catches the basketball and fires. No dribble, no bounce. Just get it and shoot. Excuse me. She does do a spin in her right hand. This one on its way, and that was good.
1 point for Carpenter.
She's got 9 points now in the contest. Makes it a 13-point game in favor of Holmes. Wilson with the basketball, trying to drive inside. Good defense by Holmes to force the Lady Indians to back it back out and reset the offense. Lauren Fitch with it, wanting to drive inside, gets a lane, lets traffic clear. Jumper is good for Lauren Fitch.
Good job by Lauren to drive in the lane and stop and pull it before getting into the bigs of Holmes.
Lauren Fitch with 19 points now, makes it a 64-53 game with 4:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Trying to drive inside, scoop shot off the mark, no good. ICC just looking at the rebound that time. And a good job by Wilson. Tyara Wilson that time just reached in and grabbed the ball while ICC was standing around watching.
Right. Nobody boxing out or nobody just allowing Holmes to grab the rebound and get a jump ball call. And it's actually ICC kind of got out of that by the ball being in their possession.
Markeisha Hoskins will check into the contest. This substitution being brought to you by the Bank of Oklahoma. And there's going to be a blocking foul whistled on Holmes. And this should send ICC to the free throw line.
Foul on Lacey, her third.
That foul whistle on Lacey will be her third foul. Now Raphael, 4:16 left in the contest. If ICC can get on that little run like they did earlier defensively to try to get back in this one, they can really do some damage with points with the clock stopped.
You're right. And like you said, if they can just push the ball down the floor and get some fouls and get the clock stopped and make some buckets, they can get back in this game.
I got that as the 20th point of the game for Lauren Fitch, one of her best games in recent memory. That one good. She now has 21.
2 points for Fitch.
And then a quick foul whistled here on ICC. Well, ICC's gambling, going for that steal each opportunity.
Her third.
As that foul's going to be whistled on Kaylin Wilson. That's going to be her third foul. Here you go, ICC players with 3 fouls. Lauren Fitch, Kayla Wilson, Tanisha Miller, Zaria Jenkins. That's all unofficially. Raphael Henry with 3. I have 3. Lee Adams back in Guntown has 3. Miss Tina Harlow has picked up her 4th foul in Amory. As that free throw is up in and good for Evans, who now has 13. May have beaten a dead horse trying to make my point on that last analogy there, Raphael.
I understand. That's how the fouls have been, and I'm shocked that both teams have 5 fouls right now. I mean, it's been more we having fouls and then Holmes having 1 foul, or you know.
So now the lead back to 11. ICC with the basketball. Still plenty of time to work, but you got to start thinking about pushing the issue a little bit. Lauren Fitch trying to work off a screen. Nothing there. Good switch defensively by Holmes. Wilson with it now. Trying to work off a screen from Wilson. Nothing there. Now done. Ball fake. Drops it off inside. Ball's going to be slapped away. Out of bounds. Last touch by ICC. Good idea to draw the bigs out of the paint that time. Just not enough mustard on that bounce pass to get it inside to Hoskins. Holmes with the basketball, trying to dribble his way through the press, does so, drops it off. That was a travel.
Called a foul.
Instead, they call a foul on ICC. That foul was on Hoskins, and now she has her 3rd foul. Boy, I tell you what, that time Nina Carpenter caught the basketball, shuffled her feet, then went in for the layup. So a break there for Holmes. Lead is 11, 66-55, 3:41 to play here. That free throw, no good. Carpenter, 1 of 3 for the free throw line. Second free throw, that one good. Nice adjustment that time by Carpenter. I've got her now with 10 points. So ICC with the basketball. They trail this one 67-55. Inside out they go. Baseline jumper on its way off the mark, no good. And that's going to be an over-the-back foul called on Markeisha Hoskins, and that should be her 4th foul. ICC wants to take the timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them and let you find out how you can order tickets to this year's ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert coming up on March 3rd.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton.
And welcome back to action as we reset out of the timeout. 67-55 is your score, 3:26 to play here. We thought we had bad officials at Mississippi Delta. Well, they've just been trumped this evening. Nina Carpenter, first free throw good for Carpenter. Let's give credit where credit's due. ICC has tried to come out and foul Carpenter in these situations, Raphael, and she's been able to step up and knock down 3 in a row free throws. She now has 12 points.
She's been doing a good job at the line right here down the stretch.
So 69-55 is your score, 3:25 to play here. Jenkins with the basketball, drops it ahead. This is Lauren Fitch going inside, had the ball snapped away. And finally, a foul called here on Holmes. That foul whistle on Camelia Lacey. That's going to be her 4th foul, and ICC will head to the free throw line. Remind you the guys' game will be coming up after this one. Free throw is good from Lauren Fitch. Fitch might be creeping in on a career high. She's got 22 points now. Second free throw, that one good. I've got her unofficially with 23. So Lauren Fitch knocks them both down. 12-point lead, 69-57, 3:15 to play here.
Out of bounds.
The ball is out of bounds. Just like the young lady for Holmes that time. May have twisted her ankle. I thought she got away with a carry, but then they said the ball out of bounds. Hopefully this young lady is okay across the way for the Bulldogs. Trainer's going to come out and check on her. As she standing up to a smattering of applause here. Let's take a quick timeout and hear a word from Food Giant.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, and good to see the young lady from Holmes able to walk off on her own power. That's going to be number 1, Lacey, a pivotal player for Holmes, going down with an ankle injury. ICC trying to get back on the offensive end. Jumper on its way, no good. Rebound tipped out and controlled by Holmes. Here come the Lady Bulldogs, trying to push on the other end. They're going to say ball was slapped away, no travel call, good. No call that time by the official, and the rebound, no good. Now, I've been belly aching about the officials, but give credit where credit's due. Holmes has done a good job down the stretch controlling the boards.
Right. I was just about to say nobody's boxing out, and ICC is missing out on opportunities to grab a rebound to try to get back in this game.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's hear a word from all of our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout here. ICC trailing 69-57, 2:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. So Holmes with the basketball. We'll get it inbounds here. 2:47. ICC trailing by 12, 69-57. Holmes with the lead and the basketball, moving left to right on your radio dial. Drive to the baseline, running layup is up, no good, and the rebound to Connie Dunn. Costas now trying to push the ball at the floor. Driving inside, got away with the carry. Neither official really in the way to see that. Now Costas Dunn comes up, and she is in pain. Looks like she may have rolled that ankle. Lauren Fitch with it now, works it out to Evans. Evans with it, skip pass over to Erica Williams. ICC eating up a lot of time now. Got to find and put up a shot. 5 seconds to play. Running shot, good for Constance Dunn.
Nice job by Constance taking it across the lane to find her a good easy bucket.
2 minutes to play. ICC trailing by 10. Holmes breaks the press without an issue, and it results in an easy layup. Evans has made a living off of those extra passes to beat the press tonight. 71-59. ICC with it, trailing 1:45 to play. That shot's off the mark, nothing but white shirts on the inside. Great job blocking out by Holmes, and they want to get out and run. Coast to coast, layup is good.
They're actually getting out to run. It's taking a fast break. As soon as the shot is up, the ladies are running back, and we're not playing any defense to stop the ball.
Fitch driving inside, kiss off the glass, good for Lauren Fitch. Fitch, I've got her with 25 points. That could be a career high. This evening, the lead back to 12. ICC running out of time. Got to have to do something in a hurry here. Holmes with the basketball. Picks up her dribble. Wisely did not panic, but then a bad pass to the feet of Pipton. The ball goes out of bounds, and ICC will get it back. 1:01 to play here. Tanisha Miller will check in here for ICC. Fitch with the basketball. Gotta hurry here if you're ICC. Gotta think points. Fitch driving inside. Her shot's off the mark, no good. Miller had the rebound, lost it out of bounds, and it go back to Holmes.
Got to grab the ball with 2 hands. Grabbing it with 1 hand and knocking it out of bounds.
So we'll see if ICC elects to play this out, or they're going to try to put Holmes on the free throw line for the remaining 52 seconds in this one. 73-61, lead is 12. Going for the steal was Wilson. Couldn't get it. Looks like ICC is going to let you just play this one out. 45 seconds to play. Wrap this one up in maroon and white as Holmes been able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities given their way tonight to be able to pick up the win and pull off the season sweep of ICC. And boy, I tell you what, it's a big loss tonight for ICC. Holmes will hold the head-to-head tiebreaker against ICC if needed later this season. Pipkin just a little back up and drop shot up in and good. Makes it a 14-point game now with 20 seconds to play. Fitch with it. Now works it over to Dunn. Dunn looking to go on the drive. She is hit. And they're going to call a foul finally on Holmes on one of those drives. They haven't called it all night. But they wait till 14 seconds left, Raphael, to call the foul.
They're trying to earn their keep, earn their money.
Trying to make it even up things, I guess you can say, as Carpenter picks up her 4th foul. This will send Dunn to the free throw line. Dunn's free throw, good. 13 points for Constance Dunn. Awaiting the second free throw here. And dang it, I thought about it. I didn't say it, but I jinxed us. That's the first miss of the night from the free throw line for ICC.
Wow.
They're 12 of 13.
5-second count. Nobody's counting. Nobody's counting.
The official, that had to be 5 seconds because there was more than 5 seconds left on the clock and there was 1 second left. The officials were just trying to let the clock run out that time. She picked up her dribble with 7 seconds. And Coach Gray is a legit argument here. And Coach Gray is getting her money's worth with the official right now. Coach Gray is in the hip pocket of the referee, rightfully so. She picked the dribble up with 7 seconds left on the clock. No 5-second call as there's only 1 second left. Now let's do a little bit of simple math, Raphael, if you will. All right, so 7 minus 1 is what? 6. Okay, the rule is you got 5 seconds to get rid of the ball. Which is greater, 5 or 6? 6. Yes. But Nancy Gray said it perfect. She said that is a prime example of how the game has been called tonight, and it's true. So Holmes will inbounds this one. They'll catch it, and that will do it. Your final score here, ICC falls 75-62 here to Holmes in the first of 2 games this evening in Goodman. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation. Etowah Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls by the final score of 75-62 here to Holmes in the first game tonight. Raphael, you saw a very frustrated Coach Nancy Gray talking to us after the game. Rightfully so. Try not to sound like we're being a little too much ICC tonight, because I know we've got a lot of fans watching here on Let's Go ICC TV from Holmes, but it was a difference maker in the game tonight.
You're right. I mean, you look at it, the foul differences in the referee calling fouls, and as well as, you know, like right there at the last part of the game, hey, the young lady had the ball with 7 seconds to go on the clock. The Indians were playing defense on her, and I mean, it's not the outcome of the game, but that's how the game's. You know, we were kind of complaining about it a little bit as the game was going on, but that's how it was going. You know, it felt like the referees had taken control of it.
Let's take a look at some final stats. These stats being provided by Holmes, Steve Diffie and company doing a great job with us here tonight. So appreciate Steve. These stats, as always, unofficial. And let's take a look at tonight's scoring for ICC. They're led in scoring by 25 points from Lauren Fitch. Then you had 2 points from Jalea Polk, 6 from Kayla Wilson. Tanisha Miller had 6, 13 points from Constance Dunn, 3 for Shania Buford, 7 for Jenkins, Zaria Jenkins with 7. For Holmes, they were led in scoring. They had, looks like 4 different players in double digits tonight. 16 points for Evans, 14 for Pipton, 12 for Carpenter, 12 for Lacey as well. Take a look at some of the other stats. ICC was out-rebounded by 5. Holmes had a total of 40 rebounds, 10 rebounds for Carpenter, who had the double-double. For ICC, these rebound totals are not official for either team, as there's 7 rebounds for Holmes that went unaccounted for, 10 goes unaccounted for ICC. Take a look at some of the shooting stats for tonight. ICC on the game shot a dismal 32%. And Raphael, this is another stat we talked about. I can't think of the last time the Indians have not made a three-pointer in the game. They went 0 for 6 tonight from the three-point line. 12 from 13 from the charity stripe. They were 92%. For Holmes, they shot 52% from the floor, largely because they take a lot of high percentage shots, but they also made 4 of 8 from 3. That's good for 50%. You look at the final margin of victory, that's really the key stat that kind of glares out at you there. Able to score 12 points from behind the arch. They went 23 of 28 from the charity stripe, 82% from the line there for the Lady Indians. Raphael, your final thoughts before we wrap up the Renaissance Bank postgame report here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICC TV.
Well, the Lady Indians, hey, this is like the midway point again, like we said earlier. They had to put this one to bed and get ready to prepare for the next game. Like I said, you kind of write your own destiny between now and the end of the season, because there's only 5 games left, actually 4 now. And so, hey, you got to continue to win. Hopefully, if you win, you won't have to worry about the head-to-head to Holmes and be able to, make the tournament. And if it has to boil down to that, don't put it in the hands of wishing, well, I wish we would have won this game, but go ahead on and put this one to bed and get ready to win the next 4 games that are left on your schedule.
Your final score here in the women's game, Holmes wins 75-62 over ICC. The Lady Indians fall to 9-7, 3-4 in North Division play. Holmes improves to 11-6, 5-2 in North Division play. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a performance from the ICC All-American Band from this football season coming your way next, right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Itawamba Community College presents the 22nd Annual Bluegrass and Gospel Concert benefiting the ICC Foundation on Saturday, March 3rd at the Davis Event Center in Fulton. This year's performers include the Isaacs, Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Aaron Wilburn, Christy Miller, and Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. $20 general admission and $30 reserved seating can be purchased online at iccms.edu/concert. Doors open at 2, music starts at 4. For more information, visit iccms.edu or call 862-8039. That's the ICC Bluegrass and Gospel Concert on Saturday, March 3rd in Fulton. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being presented by the ICC Alumni Association, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC BSU, Choice Pond with locations in Tupelo and Fulton, Buddy Long and the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Food Giant, the ICC Foundation, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, Little Caesars, Renaissance Bank, Sonic, and the ICC Wesley Foundation.